And everybody hates your goddamn guts.
This how we banging on Esau. Prophesied scriptures flaming on Esau. Friends ain't holding hands with no Esau. Repent, it ain't a chance for no Esau. I'm stacked against Esau. We still banging on Esau. Remix to them changes on Esau. Coons, we holding camp, y'all can fall through. Cause like Esau, we banging on y'all too. The tabernacle of David restored, the scene is set. We banging on Esau, swinging and ringing necks. Screaming my kingdom next to come, this Ananias here. From Straight Street with the prophets, we dressed in riot gear.
It's the black baby. Still banging on Esau.
Also, a further look into the name Cain goes back to the meaning spear, which can be deciphered as a hunter or man of the field, just like Esau. Shalom, shalom. Shalom. Right, we're the Hebrew Israelites. Okay, this is Church of Yahweh Shai, 144, first circle, second circle. All right.
Don't worry, you can speak out.
First circle, second circle link up, all right, with the priest Yachazakwala.
That's true.
All right, with that, we're going to face the east.
Face the east right there.
Yeah, so just repeat after me, innit? So I say it and then you say it. Right, so we're going to open out. So we're going to start by saying Hala, halala, Yahweh ha, Bahashama, Yahweh Shai, Baraka Atha. Now, want to start off by giving double honors to Apostle Tahar, all right? He taught us this truth, okay? And want to give a salutation to the brothers that are diligently pushing the word in truth and sincerity, all right? So we're out here today to bring out the part 2 of the Edomites, man. Who the Edomites are through the Spirit, all right? Because what was it last Shabbat?
Yeah, last Shabbat, right.
Yeah, so last Shabbat we went into some stuff, and yeah, I mean the response was pretty good. So it seems like, you know, the Malachians are learning. So the Spirit jumped on us to go more in depth, man. All right. So for the brothers that say we're proud and we're trying to hide the knowledge, that's not true, man. You know, if the sheep are willing, the shepherd will what? Will feed them.
That's right.
That's how it is, man. There's no pride up here. Okay, you can see the brothers came out today, all right, from the first circle to come and support the priest Yachazakwala, you understand? So how can you now say we're proud, you know? When brothers are coming from far places just to come and support the first circle, man.
Kana wakana.
Yes. And that's a demonstration of brotherly love.
That's
You understand? So you brothers that talk about love, we're demonstrating the love to you right now. You know?
That's right.
Right, so let's get into this new wine breakdown of who the Edomites are. Alright, so this is the part 2. Right, so it says that so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make we're gonna show you the difference between the term British and Britain. Alright, because one thing you gotta remember is that Jacob and Esau were in England.
Right.
Okay, together, hand in hand. But the Edomites, okay, were the lower class. And we was the what? The upper class. We was the ruling class. That's what happened. We were the ruling class in the Dark Ages, man. Alright? And the Edomites were what you call medieval peasants. Your pot boys, your colonel masters, alright? People like that. They were the lower class citizens, man. And the prophecy in Genesis said that, right? When Isaac blessed Yaquaba and said to Esau that thou shalt serve thy brother Yaquaba, man. So they've served us before. Okay? So the term British or Britain is commonly used to identify with being from the United Kingdom, especially England. Because sometimes you hear people from England say they're British. okay? Or you hear them say they're a Brit or Britain. So Britain, British are not actually the same thing, because Britain goes back to what? The people of the covenant, Barayatha. Okay? That's why sometimes you see people called Brit. That goes back to the people of the covenant, man. And we're going to get the scriptures on that. And British goes back to a word that is commonly used to describe the savagery of Esau, which is brutish. Because that's what we used to call them back in the Dark Ages, the brutish people, man. Alright? So if you call yourself a British, you're basically saying you're an Edomite, basically. That's what it is. So really you should call yourself a Brit. Okay? Or you should say Britannia. Britannia, that pertains to Jacob. And brutish pertains to Esau. And we're going to break it down and you're going to understand it a bit more. So the term British or Britain is commonly used to identify with being from the United Kingdom, especially England. But through discernment via the Ruach HaKodasha, a conclusion can be made in regards to the term British, actually referring to brutish. And also the term Britain or Brit can be acquainted with the Lashon HaKodasha word Barayatha. Okay, like I said, Barayatha, which means covenant as pertaining to the people of the covenant.
Right.
So Shama Shawana, get Exodus chapter 6 verse 4. Alright? So yeah, so Shama Shawana is going to get Exodus 6 verse 4. After he reads it, we're going to go into the word covenant. Alright?
It's the book of Exodus chapter 6 and verses 4. And I have also established my covenant with them to give them the land of Canaan, the land of their pilgrimage, wherein they were strangers. And I have also heard the groaning of the children of Israel, whom the Egyptians keep in bondage, and I have remembered my covenant. Wherefore, say...
Just so now go into the word covenant on the Blue Letter Bible, and then we're going to show it. So covenant goes back to the Lashon HaKodasha word Barayatha. Salacha, Barayatha. Alright? And when you look in the Blue Letter, it actually says Brit.
Outline biblical usage.
Oh yeah,
Outline biblical usage. It means covenant, alliance, pledge, and it's there. It says Barata.
Barata. Yeah, so Malaka. Show that camera real quick.
Baratha.
I'll put it on in the edit anyway. So.
So Malak.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Yeah, it's coming. Right. So Barayata, right? And when you look at it, actually says Brit.
That's right.
Brit. So that's how we know who the Britons are, or the Britannia people.
That's right.
We're the Britannia people, man. Right? And it's funny because growing up, I grew up in Clapham, and there's a place in Clapham where I grew up. It was called 8 Britannia Close, man. I can't make this up. Number 8 Britannia Close. So that was spiritual, man. You understand? That 8 Britannia Close was very spiritual. Now everything is starting to make sense. See that? Right, so Barayata, which means covenant as pertaining to the people of the covenant. So like the Malakah just read, Exodus chapter 6 verse 4, whereas brutish pertaineth unto the Edomites, and its definitions will further solidify this claim, leaving no shadow of a doubt, so we can conclusively establish that British pertaineth unto Esau. So British is actually brutish, because that's what we used to call them back in the Dark Ages, man, because of their animalistic ways. Yeah. Right, so it says, it pertaineth unto the Edomites, and its definitions will further solidify this claim, leaving no shadow of a doubt, so we can conclusively establish that British pertaineth unto Esau, whereas Britain pertaineth unto Jacob, as both nations coexisted in the Dark Ages, with the Jacobites being the ruling class of the royal kings and lords, leaving the Edomites with the least coveted positions as being merely medieval peasants and backstage curtain closers. So they were in the background, you know, they weren't the main event. Just the same way they put Jake in the background in this society and they're the main event, you know, it's like they've got an influence on culture now. That's why our women always like to put the weave in their hair. They get the blonde hair. They're trying to bleach their skin, okay? It's because they're trying to conform to the culture of Esau. They want to be accepted in this society. But back in the Dark Ages, we were the ones that were dominating the culture. So I'm sure they used to probably wear Afro wigs back then, you know, trying to look more Negro, okay, you know, trying to tan and all that, you understand? So back in the Dark Ages, we had an influence on culture now. On culture then, Salacha, you know? And slowly but surely, you know, the Most High is bringing that energy back again, because now you're seeing Jake is slowly taking over the culture again. All right? But it's these so-called black women that are still trying to hold on to masses culture, man. You know? Because now I see a lot more Jakes getting the locks back, you know, because that's our vibration. Because what? The locks reminds you of the fringes, man, on the borders of the garments.
That's right.
So that's spiritual, man. The locks go back to the fringes. A lot of people don't know that. It's spiritual. Spiritually, some things are spiritually discerned.
Precept. Yeah, just going into what the captain just said about the energy and knowing that like it brings a kind of vibration over you for you to revert back to what we originally are. Let me go into 2 Peter's, and it even touches a bit onto like the brutish, as you said, innit? Like, you know what I mean? So this is 2 Peter's 2, and I'm gonna go from 9. It says, "The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise government, presumptuous are they, self-willed. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignities." You get me, like, because why? We're dignitaries out here, you get me, like, and they ain't scared to speak bad on us, you know what I mean? Even when we bring the truth to them, you know what I mean? They want to run their mouth. Let me continue. It says 11, "Whereas angels," and remember angels means messengers as well, get me? So it's going into it very deeply. It says, "which are greater in power and might, yeah, bring not railing accusations against them before Yahweh." Get me? That's the ones that are the elect, the ones that are chosen, the ones that know what's going on. They can see we're speaking the truth, and they won't talk bad about us. They won't talk our tongue about us. You know what I mean? Because real recognize real, as the scripture tells you, innit? Like, you know what I mean? Right. Let me go into 12 now, and here's the point about the brutish. It says, "But these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of the things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption." You get me? So you see, when you're speaking bad about things you don't know, instead of you holding your tongue and waiting for the proper time for your understanding to hit you and for you to understand knowledge and wisdom, you get me, like, because it's gonna be the stability of our times as it's been spoken of. Yet still, instead of doing that, you're out here running your mouth. You're gonna get caught up. You know what I mean? You're gonna get caught up. That's it. That's it. Right. Yeah, that was powerful, man. That was a powerful interjection, man. You know. Right. So continuing, it says, "To get a better understanding on the correlation between the word brutish and the Edomites, a quick review of the number of definitions pertaining to the said adjective is crucial." So we're going to go into the brutish definition. So, yeah, Chazakwallah, do you want to get the definition for brutish? Now go into the one which says in British English in the Collins Dictionary. So get the first definition.
Right, so the brutish in the Collins Dictionary, right? Is it in American English or
British. Yeah, so get the British English one first, and then just, you know, just name.
Right, so
animal and all of that shit.
Right, so in the English, the British English, right, from the Collins Dictionary, it say of relating to or resembling a brute or brutes, animal, false, cruel, stupid, right, and then
Right, so that's it. Let me break that down. Let me break that down. So when you go into the definition for brutish, right, which is really British, that's what they're trying to say. It goes back to what? Animal. This is the Collins Dictionary that Esau put together, you know. So that shows you they know who they are. Right. They're not stupid, man. Right. So we're going to get some precepts just to show you that Esau/Cain, because really Esau's Cain coming back, is animalistic in nature and by look as well. Because when it says that, and the first came out hairy and red like a hairy garment, that's basically talking about he came out looking like a beast, like an animal. Because that's what you see with animals, man. They're hairy. Okay, like most of the animals on the field, they're hairy, man. Like a hairy garment. Because that's how you make garments. From the hair, from what? The skin of animals is what you used to make a garment. Like for instance, if you want to make a coat, you know, you catch the goat, you skin it, and then you take the wool off. Or sometimes you just take the whole skin off, man, and then you make a coat from it. Sometimes you see people kill leopards, and then they take the leopard skin, and then so that's how Esau was. He was like an outfield animal, man. That's why I said he was a man of the fields. Okay. And when you look into Sia, it says shaggy. What does shaggy mean? A hairy person, man. Like they show you in Scooby-Doo, innit? Shaggy. So it means that he's got like, if the Edomite don't shave, he's gonna look like a beast basically. He's gonna have hair coming out of his face, all hairy and shit, That's why Cain said what? Any man that findeth me shall slay me. Because Yahweh put what? The mark on the beast. Because Cain turned into a beast and he put a mark on him. So that shows you that Cain is gonna bring what? The mark of the beast. Because he is the beast. So we're gonna go into that. So so the brother just gave some definitions for brutish, right? So the British English version states that he's an animal. So we're gonna get a precept for that just to show you that they're animals. So Genesis chapter 4 verse 14. Shama Shawana, read Genesis chapter 4 verse 14. Pertaining to Esau. Subtle. Drinking the Costa. Right, so Genesis chapter 4 verse 14. Read that.
Yeah, it's the book of Genesis chapter 4 and verses 14. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid.
And from what?
And from thy face shall I be hid. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. And the Lord said unto him, Therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain.
And the Lord what?
And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him.
God, that's it on that. Right, so the brother just read, he said Yahweh put a mark on who? Cain.
That's right.
But you gotta ask yourself, why did Yahweh say, why did Cain say, any man that findeth me shall slay me? Because he was looking like a beast.
That's right.
He was looking like an outfield beast. So, back then, the hunters would have seen him and thought, yo, what's that? And they will shoot at him. They'll think he's a different kind of monster.
Kill it first.
It's like finding a rare Pokemon, bro. You want to like, bro, I've never seen that Pokemon before. Because back then, that spirit of Pokemon was there. They want to catch them all. So if they see a rare species, they're going to want to capture that and see what the hell it is, man. That's why Cain was saying, there's no one like me. So now that you've put this mark on me, you're making me unique.
True.
So anyone that finds me is gonna want to kill me because they're gonna be afraid and they're gonna be confused. They're not gonna know what they're seeing because they're seeing what? Half man, half animal.
That's right.
Or they're looking at a manimal. That's what I call them, manimals.
You know, there's portraits of that as well. Like.
Yeah. I saw that in the Dark Ages.
Yeah, in the Dark Ages. Yeah.
with tails.
See that?
Right,
You know how people were so silly that when they hadn't seen this so-called Edomite before, when he come along, they like, you know, praise him up. He put himself as a god, and they thought that he was a rare Pokemon. And, you know what I mean? And they put him up, and that, to this day they do it. You know what I mean? He's over there, and who's putting the rugs and all the horns and all that in the deer and all that in their house?
It's them.
To this day, and the rugs, the what do you call it? The shakpao.
Yeah, it's them, man.
They can't make it up.
Yeah. So Zakwana, you can get the next one. Right. So it says Esau was transformed into an animal as Cain, so he became a beast. And the Most High put the mark on him as a clue to show you who is gonna bring the mark of the beast, because he is a beast. So it's only right he comes with a mark. Okay. Mark of the beast. Right. So it shows you the Edomites are the ones that are gonna bring the mark of the beast, because they go back to Cain, man. It only makes sense because the Heavenly Father always has a pattern. He has a pattern or a series of things that he makes which are sequential.
Right.
There's always a method to the madness, basically. Okay. And if you want to get deeper, the mark of the beast is what? 666. Yeah, and it says, let him which have... Actually, get the precept in Revelation about the mark of the beast, because I want to show them something as well. Because when you go into Esau, it actually said he was a man of the field. And men of the field, they like to what? They like to hunt. Because one of the sons of Esau was called Kenaz.
That's right.
And Kenaz goes back to the hunter, man.
That's right.
And it says the mark or the number of the beast is half an 8. Because half an 8 is number 6. Because when you draw an 8, get me the board, Malachi. When you draw an 8 and you half it, you get 6. So he's half a man. Because we were created on the 8th day. So the Most High made him a 6, meaning he's half in him.
Revelations 13, and we go from 16, and it reads, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name,
Or what?
or the number of his name.
Right.
Here is wisdom.
So what was the number? The number is 6 and what?
Oh, Salat.
Yeah, read
It says,
that.
here is
Number.
wisdom. This is 18, verse 18. It says, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man.
For his what?
For it is the number of a man.
Right.
And his number is 600, 66.
Did you hear that? 600, 3 scores and 6. So that's 6, 60 and 6. Sorry, 600, 60 and 6, which is basically 666. Okay? And we're going to further prove to you that without any shadow of a doubt, that's talking about Esau, because as you can see on the board over here, you want to show it to them. That's 6, okay, and that's 8. Now if you take half of the 8 away, you end up with what? A 6. There you go. So show it to them. That's 8 and that's 6, man. So basically 8 is what? 2 6s. Like that. You get 6 that way and you get 6 the other way. It's like 2 6s together.
Quick understanding.
That's how you get an 8, man.
Quick maths.
So the Most High made him half man, half animal.
That's right.
Because you gotta remember, the sons of Adam was created on what? The 8th day.
Right.
Because after the Sabbath, it said the Lord formed man from the dust of the ground in Genesis 2, which pertaineth unto when Adam was formed, man. Okay? Right. So where we at? Actually, bring the board back. Let me add it. Right, so it says the number is 666. So 6 plus 6, right? Plus 6 That's 3 6s, right? So 6 plus 6 plus 6 is what? 18.
Right.
And the 18th character in Lashwana Kodasha is what? Tazada. It's Taza, but it goes back to Tazada. Okay? And Tazada is basically what? A man lying in wait. And what do you do when you're lying in wait? You're hunting.
That's right.
So get the precept on that. Get the precept. Job, let me see if I can remember. Job, is in Job.
About hunting, right?
Yeah, because I want to show them that not that 18, because 6 plus 6 plus 6 goes to 18. That's why it's important for the brothers to know the Lashwana Kodasha, man.
That's right. You see,
You know, you got brothers that have been in the truth for what, 20 years, man. Why have you? And they don't even know Bagara, Awazaka. They don't know none of that stuff. That's gonna be embarrassing in that day, you know.
you see what Job 38, 39.
You want to get the word huntists.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because that's the only way you gonna find Tazada, because
That's right.
Tazada is the Lashwana Kodasha symbol of a man basically lying in wait.
Job 10 and 16.
Job 10 and 16 can't. So get Job 10 and 16 and then go into the interlinear for hunters, because it goes back to hunting season, because Esau / Cain was a hunter.
Right.
And the mark of the beast adds up to 18, and the 18 goes back to Tazada, which is Taza, okay? Because you got Abagara, Awazaka, Tayakala, Manasai, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Taza, and then you got Kwa, which means rise, okay? So Taza means what? A man lying in wait. Kwa means the man rises up, and then Shah means what? To attack. And that's what they do. They're hunters, man. But now the Most High is gonna flip it on them. He's gonna use the Bayafat, the Wada, to hunt them down. That's what I was trying to explain to these dumb niggas about the hunting season, and then they were all jubilating, thinking that the Most High removed us off the road. Because that's what they were doing, that's what they were saying, innit? When we was lying in wait, they were mocking us. But they don't even know Yahweh Haba Hashama Yahweh Sha'ai had us lying in wait, man. Because we know a lot of brothers are talking shit, and we gonna find out all the shit that you've been talking behind
That's
closed
right.
doors, man.
This is Job 10 and 16, and it reads, "For it increaseth, thou huntest me as a fierce lion.
That what?
Thou huntest me as a fierce lion. And again thou showest thyself marvelous upon me."
There you go. So hunters,
Let's go into the interlinear.
go into the thingy, because that Lashwana Kodasha symbol is the 18th character in Lashwana Kodasha, right? So you got Taza, which goes back to what? Tazada.
Right.
And we've done all the really is Tazadaha, Salakia.
Yes, yeah.
Tazadaha.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And the symbol is like that. You know?
I will put that as well in the edit.
Yeah.
And it's meant to be a man basically lying on his side. That's the man and that's the ground. So he's lying in wait. You know? And when we tell the brothers, go and learn the Lashwana Kodasha, oh, who the hell does he think he is? Because that's what the water was saying, innit? The guy from GMS, forecasters. He said, who the hell do you think you are? You talking to us like that? You're gonna find out. You're gonna find out who we are. And you're not gonna like it. Because a lot of you, you're very lippy, man. Like women, lippy. Because a lot of you guys were raised by your grandmas and aunties, man. That's why you're weak-minded and you're very effeminate without even knowing. Because I've been around a lot of you guys and you're effeminate. Okay? And you're gonna get told. You can't hang around the Bayatha the water with effeminate tendencies, man.
That's right.
You're gonna get weeded out.
That's right.
You're gonna get weeded out, man. And it's not a grievous assembly. It's not. We don't lay harsh burdens on brethren. Right?
was going to say, just the decency that you could, when you do respond, like you say, acting like women, like what they do in the argument, when you respond, at least you can respond like with a fact, with a precept, you know? You don't just respond and just talk off your own hat, which has been the case thus far. So at least if you come with a scripture, which has never been done, so as we said, we'll see.
Yeah, I think I'm blocking. Right, so let's get back to it. Right, so Zaquana, do you bring that Genesis out? So Zaquana, get Genesis 25 and 25, okay? So we just showed them another clue to the mark of the beast, man. Because a lot of you are thinking, oh, maybe the Gooks are going to start the... No, Esau. It tells you that. The mark of the beast. Who is the beast? Esau. Who got the mark put on him? Cain, Esau. So he's going to bring the mark of the beast because he's the beast, man. It's going to be his mark. And it goes back to 6, which is half of 8. So that means he's half man, half animal, okay? Because we told you that the mankind that was created on the 6th day are the eco people. They're like animals too, man. That's why they used to call them savages.
Right.
The eco people, the ones that you see with the plate in their mouth and all that, they're not sons of Noah, man. Or when you go to the Americas, okay, the indigenous people that were there before the 10 tribes went there, they're not sons of Noah. When you go to Russia, the Eskimo igloo people, they're not sons of Noah. When you go to Australia, the Aborigine people, Tasmanian devil-looking people, they are not sons of Noah. Those are just the ecosystem people, man. All right? The sons of Noah were intellectual people. They don't put flipping plates in their mouth, man. They don't bath with cow piss. They don't do that.
That's right.
So clarity needs to come concerning that as well.
Yeah, we'll.
You know?
Kind of.
Hey, even the pygmy people. That's not sons of Noah, man. Come on, man. Start thinking. Open your eyes and see what is happening. And stop being a fool. Okay, the Hamites were sophisticated people, man. You think if they weren't sophisticated, Yahweh would have allowed us to become a nation among them.
Right. Exactly. Right.
Oh, go and become a nation among savages.
That don't make no sense.
Yeah, so Genesis 25 and 25 is Zaquana.
Kana, this is Genesis chapter 25, verse 25. Read up. And the first came out red, all over, like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau.
And they what?
And they called his name Esau.
And after that came out his brother, Salakia. And after that came his brother out.
Right, so the first came out red all over like a hairy garment.
That's right.
That hairy garment goes back to how the animals are covered with hair.
That's right.
There's no other explanation. Okay? Jacob was a smooth man. Yeah, he had a beard, he had hair, but not in the same fashion that Esau had hair. Because Esau was covered all over, like we were saying, like a shaggy, like a Neanderthal looking individual. Alright? Because why? He was Cain come back. So it shows you all the spirits are recycled, man. Alright?
But no.
Right, so it says Esau comes out with hair covering him like an animal skin. Again, beast. Also, this shows you who the beast is in Revelation. Okay? And who will bring the mark of the beast. As Cain was transformed into a beast and Yahweh put a mark on him, he in turn, being a beast, will mark the people on the earth. It only makes sense, man.
That's right.
If they put you in a cage with a beast, you think you're gonna come out unscathed.
Right.
You're gonna have marks all over you, man. This is not spiritual. And also, Esau is not a spiritual man. So you can't say the mark of the beast is spiritual.
Right.
It's gonna be physical, carnal.
Yeah.
Because he's a carnal man. And when we go into the definition for brutish, he's actually gonna tell you carnal as well. We're gonna go into that.
But it's evident, like, because you know why? He labels everything anyway. He stamps everything. You know what I mean? Yeah, he stamps everything. Every animal, he puts a marker on them to trace them, to track them, see where they're going. It's the same principle, man. You know what I mean? So it's carnal, it's physical. It's something that's gonna be in your skin, bro. You know them way they're like, as they would say. Yeah.
Yeah, because you know, when has Esau ever done anything spiritual?
Right.
Everything has always been carnal. Alright? Right, it says Cain was transformed into a beast, and Yahweh put a mark on him. He in turn, being a beast, will mark the people on the earth. Mark of the beast, Salakia, equals mark of the beast. So it is fair to say only Esau can bring the mark of the beast, as he is a beast.
Right.
Plain and simple. Right, so the second definition for brutish, Chazakwala, it should say stupid.
The American English?
Nah, still in the British. You said stupid, innit?
Oh yeah, stupid. Yeah,
Right.
that's right.
So one of the definitions for brutish is stupid. Now we're gonna show you that's talking about Esau as well. So Shama Shawana, get Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 21. That's the breakdown for stupid, man. One of the definitions for the brutish people. Because there's a lot of Edomites in England, man. Loads. Because we was ruling over them, innit? So they gotta be here, you know?
Say 22.
Yeah, 32:21.
21.
Yeah.
Right, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verses 21.
No.
Read it out.
They have moved me to jealousy with that which is no power. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities. And I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation.
I will what?
I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation.
Did you hear that? So the Most High Yahweh, he put Esau over us, knowing they were fools, just to provoke us because we were being foolish as well. What's that precept where the Lord said, my people are foolish? Is it Isaiah chapter 1 verses... They have not known me. Or is it 422? Yeah, get that. Yeah, so we were behaving foolishly. So he said, all right, you know what? I'm going to take these stupid people and I'm going to put them over you. So it makes sense. You see how the Most High does the eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. He's about that eye for an eye thing, man. So since you want to be a fool, we're going to treat you like a fool. And we're going to put a foolish people over you.
Precept, man.
So read that. No, just get the. Who's got that? 22 or 422? Now 422. My people are foolish. They have not known me.
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah 422. Yeah. Read that. My people
It says,
are foolish.
this is Jeremiah 4:22. It says, for my people is foolish.
For my what?
For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding.
There you go. And that's what Yawana was saying earlier. A lot of you guys are chatting shit because you don't understand what we're doing through the Rawakha Kodasha. But that's not our fault. That's your lack of being spiritual.
That's right.
So when the time comes for being probed, you know, like we've been saying, you're going to get flogged, mate.
Right.
And that's literally going to happen. All right? Because you got no need to scoff or to make side comments. Just go and do the research or go and read the scriptures, man.
Right.
And the Most High will open your eyes. You're going to take the peaky blinders off, and then you're going to see that what we've been saying is the truth. Okay? Why do we have to lie? What are we going to gain from lying?
Incredulity. I didn't believe in it.
And we're talking about you brothers that are wearing the earpods, man. We're not talking to the regular Joe Smoes out there. We're talking to you. You guys that wear, you know, the Levi's earpods standing out there. You're going to be accountable for that. We're going to want to know what you did with the earpod. Because the earpod is a spiritual garment, man. You can't just wear an earpod and go and stand out on the highways, read a few precepts and pack up and go home. It doesn't work like that. accountability has to be given for how the gospel was being utilized, man.
That's right.
Because you got to understand, this is blood, sweat, and tears, man. Blood, sweat, and tears. Okay? Many grievous things have been done to the man of the Lord for this book to be compiled, man.
Right.
That's why back in the dark ages, yeah, we used to tie you to the stake and burn you. That's how serious it was. But like the brother was saying, because we're living in an effeminized Edomite ruled society, you guys have forgotten how things used to be. That's why Yahweh is going to remind you, man. He's bringing that memory back. He's bringing that energy, that vibration back. Okay? So yeah, what you got, Malaka?
I've got precept Job 30, chapter 30, verses 8.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Continuing off with that last precept.
Oh, Khan, yeah.
About Esau. Job 30 and 8. They were children of fools.
They were
Yea.
what?
They were children of fools. Yea. Children of base men.
Children of what?
Children of base men.
Right.
They were viler than the earth.
They were what?
They were viler than the earth.
And as we continue to define the word brutish, it's going to show you that it's actually talking about Esau, man. All right? So get, Shawana, get Romans chapter 10, verse 19.
That's right.
You know, just to show you that the stupid is talking about Esau. Because that's one of the definitions of brutish, stupid. The first definition was animal. So we've broken down the animal part. So now we're going to go into the stupid part. Because really, they're stupid, man. All right? Because every decision that they make has no godliness in it. They don't even consider that there's a higher power. And anything that goes up against the power that made it only has to be referred to as being stupidity. Because you can't go up against the thing that made you. It don't make no sense. That's why they are referred to as being stupid.
Right, it's the book of Romans chapter 10 and verses 19.
Read that.
But I say, did not Israel know? First Moses saith, I will provoke you to jealousy by them that are no people, and by a foolish nation.
And by what?
And by a foolish nation.
Yeah, that's it on that. Well done. Right, so they're a foolish, stupid people. These show how the Lord is pretty much using Esau, a known fool, to annoy us. As we have, back in the dark ages, didn't we have that guy that was in the castle called the fool?
Yeah, that's right. Jester.
Oh my God. So the castle fool was, you know, the fool, the castle fool. So that's what Esau is. Esau is the fool, man. That's why they're so good at it. They're so good at being the fool. You know? The court jester.
Right.
We use them for entertainment, man.
Right.
And now look, they got us now, innit? So they're taking the piss, but it's all
And it
good.
later became the Joker, innit? Which is in the pack of cards.
God.
Everything reversed now.
And it's funny because really Batman is a Jake, innit? Because he's black, innit?
Yeah, that's it.
And his alibi is who? The Joker.
That's right.
That's it right there.
Precept, man.
Another way to tell that Drake is a Batman is by the deep voice that Esau uses in the movies, you know what I mean?
That's right.
Servants and horses. Nah, I don't think we need that. Yeah, we don't need that.
Okay,
So
Esau-
yeah, so even in contemporary instances, it shows you who Esau is, man. All right, we're not making this up.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, so it says, Esau, a known fool to annoy us. We have constantly annoyed Yahweh, okay, with our foolish behavior, and yet till this day, a deserving recoil effect based on the stupidity of the leaders amongst the tribes of Israel. Because a lot of you guys, even the guys that, you know, you may have found out, you go back to one of the apostles or one of the patriarchs and you're still acting like a damn idiot, you need to take some accountability as well. You know? You want to complain about, oh, the tribes are doing this and the tribes are doing that, and why are things not the way it's supposed to be? But even you yourself, you're not behaving yourself accordingly, man. So before, it goes back to that mote out of your eye, the beam out of your eye before the mote in your brother's eye. That precept. You can't complain about the nation when you're meant to be a leader in the nation and you're misbehaving. You're behaving like a wild animal. Okay, that's not reasoning. It's like your brain is not working properly. And you're meant to be one of the chiefest of the leaders, but yet you're behaving like a wild animal. You're behaving like an unreasonable animal. So basically, you're behaving like an Edomite, man.
Hence why people don't take you seriously.
Exactly. You know, you say the breakdowns are wrong, but yet you're using the breakdowns to go and debate with other camps.
Right.
So which is which? Through the camp, you found out you were such and such. You said you knew who you was before, so why did you come then?
Right.
Why not just stay in your little corner and just keep your knowledge? Why come around us for what? To waste our time. That's foolishness, man. That is foolishness, and it's gonna be accountable. It's gonna be accountable for. You are gonna be accountable for all your actions. And if anyone ain't gonna miss this one, is you, because you're meant to be the servant that knew. Because you said you knew already, innit? So that precept pertains to you, because you said you knew already. So even worse. Because the servant that knew his master's will shall be beaten with many stripes.
Because you're a hypocrite.
And you said that you knew everything already. And so you just come around to waste our time.
It's a joke.
Oh my goodness. What's that? Yeah, read that. Every idle word, man. Every idle word. Right? This is not a game. It's not a joke. Don't come around us if you want to play silly games.
That's right.
Because you're going to be accountable for it, man. You know? They want to talk about the priest Yah Chazakwala. But when you go into who the priest Yah Chazakwala is, it goes back to consolation. What is a consolation prize, man? Means coming second. And in order to come second, it means someone needs to come before you. So you can't even compare yourself to consolation. Because that don't even pertain to you. If anything, you should be begging to come back into the consolation, because that's all you're going to get.
That's right.
Because first prize has already been taken.
Right.
And you're going to see it, man. You're going to see it.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verses 36. But I say unto you, that every idle word,
That what?
that every idle word,
That what?
that every idle word,
Like saying brothers got demons on them, you know? That's serious, you know? Because the Rawaka Kodasha is working through us to bring out these breakdowns. So for you to say that we got demons on us, you're basically saying that we're working with the spirit of Satan. And that's the same thing the scribes and the Pharisees were saying about Yahweh Shai when he came and he was doing all the miracles and giving all the breakdowns, man. They said he was working in the spirit of Beelzebub. So you have said the similar thing. And that was the same instance where Yahweh Shai actually said, all manner of sin shall be forgiven, but blasphemies against the Rawaka Kodasha shall never be forgiven. So there's no excuses, man. You're going to catch this lick. So firm yourself up for what's coming. Okay? Because this one is going to hurt, man. It's going to hurt. If you think you've been spanked in your life before, nothing is going to hurt more than what's coming. And after you're devastated, then we'll pick up the pieces. Because you can only get Jake when he's broken.
That's right.
Because right now he's too firm, you know. So now the Most High is going to ease you up a bit, so you could be easily manageable. Because that's what you do in a garden, man. When the roots are getting too strong, you cut it down. You humble it, bring it down, and that's what's gonna happen. He's gonna cut the grass.
right, the harvest.
He's gonna hew it down. Hew it down, man. Anything that magnifies itself against Yahweh Haba Shema Yahweh Shai shall get hewed down. Okay, that's why the new wine is bringing clarity on a lot of the subjects that you guys have been confused about.
Everything. You say the hairy.
Hairy all over like a garment. You see, you can't lay that out. That's what I'm saying, man.
The spirit.
That's
Spirit
mad.
has him not wearing his.
That's mad, yeah. So we can see it all.
See what we're talking about.
Oh, they are. But you know,
Video, man.
That's what, we don't even need him on the video, man. We don't need, you know, sometimes it's just so we can see it, innit? That's just the Raw
Confirmation.
Confirmation. You know? Because what? G7, that's the postcode for here. The
Right.
7 brothers.
Right.
7-7. Completion, man.
Summit.
But yet you still have brothers scoffing. Oh, he got demons on him. He's got demons on him. So why did you come in the first place then?
Right.
With the real summit, G7.
Oh, that's the spirit. He said we're the real G7. You know the G7.
We're the
leader.
what's going on.
Yeah, you know, we're doing our role, man. Yeah, they can't blame us. They can't blame us to Yahweh Shai or the Heavenly Father because we're doing what we've been told to do.
Right, that's
New
right.
wine.
That's right.
Supporting the second circle, man.
That's right.
We're not just sitting on our asses like a lot of brothers were scoffing, saying, you know, where are they and all that. It ain't according to how you want it to be, man. This is the Most High's program.
But they're here for
Okay,
it, man.
he said lying in wait, so we lie in wait. That's what we do. Raising up their heads so their heads are getting risen. Shah season is when they go and understand. Because you know Jake only responds to pain, innit?
Yes, because if them can't hear, them gone feel.
There you go.
But you notice, Malaki, you see those brothers that didn't even lie and wait, they're all bug outs now.
Yeah,
But they was
The Most High
they're
preserved us.
bugging
The
out.
Most High preserved us, innit?
That's why they can't understand the new wine.
They don't understand.
Right, because they was out there chasing what?
Yeah.
Chasing the dross.
The dross, yeah. Tangled in the dross, right?
It is, man. Hey, this is actually the worst time, okay, to be trying to catch fish. This is the worst because a lot of guys, like I see a lot of brothers, they came after the pandemic. We see you guys, you know.
Yeah.
You guys that were pocket watching, lollygagging, lurking around, okay, you were leaning on the fence while the brothers were out there putting in the work. Now, pandemic happened, they panic, they run in. You think we don't know? No, man. Yahweh has already revealed it to us. So you stay in your lane, man. Just stay in your corner. When the time comes, you gonna get probed. And then we gonna find out which of you are, okay, gonna be severed onto Yahweh Bahashama Yahweh Shai. The rest of you that ain't gonna get severed, you just gonna get dashed away, man. Because you came in your own time. Really, that's what it was, innit? They came in their own time.
Right.
So you're gonna get dealt with in the same manner.
That's right.
Yeah, man. Don't think you're gonna Scooby-Doo your way into this thing. It doesn't work like that. The Most High's eyes are in every place and he knows the hearts of men.
That's right.
Alright? And a lot of you brothers that are causing chaos, you guys are latecomers, man. Yeah, we know the precept in Matthew talks about those that came in the 11th hour, but how much more humbler should you be?
Right.
You just came yesterday, you come when the thing was already built up, and then you're talking too much. Shut your mouth. You're talking too much, man.
Kinda. Here's a precept of that.
Oh, yeah.
Read that.
You brothers out there. This is First Thessalonians 5:21.
Nada.
Prove all things.
You what?
Prove all things.
Yeah, because look, you said what we're teaching is wrong.
Exactly.
So bring yours.
Exactly.
You ain't even got the breakdown, but yet you're saying it's wrong. How does that even make sense? You need to first have a breakdown to counter the breakdown we come with, and then you can come and say, this is wrong because it's such and such.
Civil discourse. And until that matter.
And that's how we know you guys ain't about, you just full of it, man.
Yeah.
That's why the women don't, that's why the Most High ain't even giving you the women.
Right.
Because you're not even proving, you're showing yourself to be a man. So why is he going to give you one of the daughters of Zion?
Kinda.
When you can't even tie your own shoelaces spiritually, man.
Kinda.
Sort yourself out.
Kinda.
Don't even know the voice.
Yeah, prove all things. Hold fast to that which is good.
There you go.
That's right.
And this is good wine.
That's right.
This is good wine, man.
Very good one.
Jake is ungrateful, you know. This guy down, look, written. When have you ever seen a man of the Lord write everything down? This is the spirit of the Ruach HaKodasha, man.
Taking time as well, you know.
What did the spirit tell Esdras? Cause it to be written down.
Right.
That's what we're doing. When the spirit comes on us, we write it down. And now they're refusing it, but they're gonna find out soon.
Malaka, if I can add up, really it's not because they're refusing it. This new wine, it's like you have to go to, when you're to uni, they tell you to do essay. You have to write something, you have to think, you have to do research. The water doctrine, you can just go out there, put your earpod on and bring out a few precepts and that's it. The new wine is research. So if anything, what it showed to me that a lot of brothers are lazy. But this is for the scholars. You gotta be a scholar to understand the new wine. That's all it is, man.
The extra mile.
Yeah.
And if not lazy, like the Jamaicans say, dunce.
You're dunce. Yeah, duncy. Yeah.
Dunce. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Read that one. No private
This is
interpretation.
the
How
book
can you
of-
come up with this, man?
This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 1 verses 20 to 21. Knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation.
Is of what?
Is of any private interpretation.
Verse 21. For the prophecy came not in old time, but the will of man, but holy men of Yahweh spake as they were moved by the Rakha Khadasha.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah, man. This is
not us,
around
right?
Dasha,
You're not
man.
bringing nothing out. A man doesn't know his own ways.
Exactly.
Right.
I just woke up one day and said, oh, let me just find out the definition for brutish and come out with a breakdown. Come on, man. But anyway, let's continue because we've got quite a bit to cover here. So, right, so it says, so we've covered stupid, right? Right, so the recoil effect based on the stupidity of the leaders amongst the tribes. Because, yeah, most of the leaders amongst the tribes are stupid, okay?
Facts.
Especially the Ephraimites, man. Because a lot of the stuff they do, I just don't understand. It just don't make sense to me. You're self-sabotaging a building, a foundation that the Most High is building so that your ass could have rest. You're trying to unsettle it. You're trying to sabotage that. That's that coup d'etat demon, man.
Right.
Trying to come up against the rock that's going to give you rest. You got to be a fool. And when you think about that, it's going to start making more sense as to why you're being stupid. All right? Right, so now we go and get the Collins definition in the American English. Yeah, Khazakwala, you want to get that? Read the...
Right, so the definition of brutish in American English is brutal. That's the first one, brutal, cruel. The second one is gross, coarse. The third one is carnal.
The third one is what?
Carnal.
The third one is what?
Carnal.
Did you hear that? Carnal, that's Esau.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, we're going to run through the first one. So the first one, the first definition for the Collins definition, the American English for brutish is cruel. So, Shama Shawana, get Jeremiah 6:22 to 23. So Jeremiah, we're going to show you who the cruel people are, man. Jeremiah 6:22. Right?
Here's the book of Jeremiah chapter 6 and verses 22. Thus saith the Lord, behold, a people coming from the north country.
And people what?
A people coming from the north country.
Now when you look on the map, okay, the north is where? Towards Europe. That's the north, because the north is always cold. Because we already told you that in Africa there's no north. There's only east, west, and south. It's like a
Come.
triangle, bro.
Come.
You only get north when you go past the Mediterranean towards Europe.
That's
The
right.
land of Japheth is in the north. And that's where Esau became the nation that we're dealing with today. Okay? I've made these small among the heathen because what? United Kingdom is just a little island, man.
That's right.
Or a series of islands that come together.
That's right.
Okay? Small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. So a people coming from the north is talking about the Edomites. How they came from the north country down to the east, the west, the south, came and took it over, tried to cage and kill all the animals and the 12 tribes of Israel, man. Okay? Read that.
Jeremiah chapter 6 and verses 22. Thus saith the Lord, behold, a people coming from the north country, and a great nation shall be raised from the sides of the earth. They shall lay hold on bow and spear. They are cruel.
They are what?
They are cruel.
They are what?
They are cruel.
They are what?
They are cruel.
Yeah, that's it on that. They are cruel. And one of the definitions for brutish was what?
Cruel.
Cruel. So who are these British people, bro? It's talking about the cruel Edomites, man. Because a lot of you guys think you're cruel, but trust me, Esau is a natural born killer. Did you not see how Cain killed Abel, and when the Most High asked him, where's your brother? He had the audacity to say, I'm my brother's keeper. Come on, man. That's a cold-blooded killer right there.
I don't know him there. You asked me for.
Yeah, exactly, that's plain babble. Yeah, what are you asking me for?
He's a cold killer, man. You saw how that Edomite was sitting there just drinking his thing.
Yeah.
He could have just, if the Most High delivered us into his eye, he could have just killed us all and just walked down the road like nothing happened.
He's kissing his teeth all the way, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying. He's a killer by nature. He can't help himself. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Right. So that's cruel. So now let's get, what was the second one? Was it gross?
Gross, right, gross.
Right, so let's define gross. Because that's one of the definitions of brutish, right? Or British. So gross goes back to Hebrews 12, about the hour. Get Hebrews 12 and 16. Hebrews 12 and 16. Read that.
Precept still from the one before.
Oh yeah, come yeah.
Precept, nah.
Right, so this is for wait. No, that will come later. That will come later. Yeah, because we got carnal here. That's the next one up. So hold that.
12 and 16.
Hebrews 12 and 16. Read that.
This is Hebrews chapter 12 verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau.
As who?
As Esau.
Did you hear that? That's it on that. So profanity goes back to being gross, man.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
It says, lest there be any fornicator or profane. Gross.
That's right.
That's the definition for gross. So now we're going to get the third definition, which is carnal. Now you can bring your precept out. So this definition shows us beyond any reasonable doubt that Esau is in fact the one being described as he is non-spiritual at best and totally disbelieves in the supernatural. Hence his relentless efforts to undermine the power of Yahweh through his science and technologies. Typical example is the Big Bang Theory, which they all subscribe to, okay? Because they say the world was created from a Big Bang.
Right.
How intelligent. So read that one.
This is Romans chapter 8 verse 6. For to be carnally minded is death. This is Romans 8 chapter 6.
Chapter 8.
Chapter 8 verse 6. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the
Yeah, that's it on that. Right. Basically, I wanted you to get to be carnally minded is enmity with Yahweh. Shama Yahweh Sha'ai. That's the one I wanted. But yeah, so that talks about the carnality of Esau, but we're going to go into it first. So I said a typical example is the Big Bang Theory, which they all subscribe to. So get get Psalms chapter 14 verse 1. All right, because they believe in the Big Bang Theory, man. That's an Edomite thing.
That's right.
They don't believe Yahweh created the heavens and the earth. They refuse to believe that. They said the earth was created from a Big Bang. That's why the Most High gonna take them out with a Big Bang.
That's right.
That's spiritual, man. Because when the missiles go, all you're gonna hear is boom.
Yeah. You're gonna go.
Kaboom!
You're going out the way you came back. You're going out the way you came in.
The way you came in. So you believe the earth was created from a Big Bang, but that's how you gonna be taken out. You're gonna be taken out through a Big Bang. Psalms 14 verse 1. Psalms chapter 14 verse 1.
Their truth was a lie, but it's gonna be the truth in the end.
It's the book of Psalms chapter 14 and verses 1. The fool hath said in his heart, there is no power.
The what?
The fool
I
hath
said in his heart, there is no power.
They are corrupt. They have done abominable works.
Woo!
There is none that doeth good.
There you go. So hey, that puts cruel, gross, and carnal in one verse.
One nice package.
Abominable can go back to gross.
Yeah, kind of.
They have done what? Read that again. The fool has said in his heart, there is no power.
God.
There is none that doeth good, yeah?
None that doeth good.
Right, so that means they're cruel. And the last one was what?
Psalms 41.
Yeah, read that again because it puts cruel, gross, and carnal into perspective, man. Alright?
God. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 14 and verses 1.
Yep, read that.
The fool has said in his heart, there is no power.
Right?
They are corrupt.
They are corrupt.
They have done abominable works.
So abominable goes back to what? Gross.
Gross.
Right?
There is none that doeth good.
Right, so that's cruel. There is none that doeth good. And also when it says they are, corrupt, that's carnality, bro.
Right.
That's a corruption of what should be.
Right.
Because they don't believe in God.
Right.
So they try and make their own reality.
Yeah, they try to change. Yeah.
Understand? That's corrupting it. So yeah, that's all three in one verse right there. Right, so it says, also, every time the Lord visits the earth with earthquakes, storms and tempests, they proudly name the havoc and support their labeling with mediocre scientific thesis in an effort to discredit the Heavenly Father, man. Alright? All these are arrows pointing towards who the carnal man on the earth is. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 4. Right? And I heard one of the brothers say that the man of sin is Jake. Oh boy.
Yeah, but that's something
That
doctrine.
doctrine is wild, bro.
It's not they don't want to weigh out.
I don't know
They don't
who.
wanna-
I don't even know who gonna take that doctrine, man. That doctrine is too
It's
wild.
gotta be hard to believe in it.
That shit is crazy, man.
Damn.
That's why he ain't. That's why he ain't started his own camp.
The man of
So
perdition.
that shit is wild, man. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4. Yeah, read that one.
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verses 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself,
That's what Esau does, right?
right, above all that is called God.
There you go. And that's what I was talking about when I said every time the Most High does something, he always tries to exalt himself above that thing. He's trying to explain it with his science. He just can't say this is Yahweh visiting the earth which he made. He never says that. He will say it's a natural disaster, or the tectonic plates are connecting, or he's always trying to find an explanation
Climate.
to the indignation of exactly climate change. That's a form of being proud. Okay?
Also, like, you know what he's doing? He's taking advantage of the fact that the Most High turned himself away from Yashara Allah.
Right.
There you go.
You know? Yeah, because obviously Yahweh said, I'll turn myself away from you for your transgressions, isn't it? So he's using that time scale to say, look, there's no Yahweh, there's no, you know what I mean?
No, you make sense.
Because he's under the blessing
Right,
of the
right.
earth now. He's going to say, he's the God now.
the God
You
now.
man are
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's-
Right.
right. Book of Thessalonians, continuing, chapter 2, verses 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, which is Yahweh,
There you go.
showing himself that he is God.
Go. Yep. That's why people worship him, man. Every culture you go to, everyone is trying to be like Esau. Like I said, especially the women. Why do the women get the weave and all that?
Straight
Because-
hair and-
thank you.
Right.
The Neanderthal look.
Right.
So the Neanderthal look is now the benchmark of beauty because they're worshipping Esau, man. It's foolishness.
Put someone else's hair in your hair.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
And hair is very spiritual as well.
Right.
So you're putting someone else's demons on. That's why these women are so bugged out, you know. It's not just the sexual demons they get from their multiple partners or the abominable foods. There's actually that hair that they're putting in their heads. Understand? It's attracting spirits, man.
Right.
Okay?
It's supposed to be your antenna, man.
And it's funny because they get that hair from the Elamites, and the Elamites, they have a merchandising demon on them. That's why these women can't stop shopping. So it works hand in hand.
Right.
So they're putting the merchandising demons on you through the hair just to keep you coming in the shops. That's how they get
Right.
richer and richer. The black women make these nations rich, especially the Elamites. They're milking the cow, boy. They love black women because they're always gonna come and buy something in their shop. So they absolutely, they can't live without the so-called black woman, man. Because business, they'll be out of business.
And as they walk out the shop, you start cussing them.
So like, just one quick point on the hair, because remember these Elams, they're cutting the hair, women in the temple, the long hair, and they're doing that because of like a sin offering. You understand? So when they're doing that, and then you're taking it and putting it on your dumb head.
And some of them women, they're prostitutes as well.
So now you're dumb.
Yeah,
and
so yeah, that spirit of
demon.
prostitution
You know what I
comes
mean?
straight on them, innit? Yeah, man. That's how they share spirits amongst each other, you know, they share demons, man. That's how it goes. So yeah, so we done Psalms chapter 14 verse 1. It says, also every time the Lord visits the earthquakes, storms and tempests, they proudly name the havoc, you know, like they'll say Hurricane Michael, Hurricane Samuel, you know, that, they're just trying to mock the Most High, you know. But it says, be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked.
That's right.
You're gonna find out. So number 4, the fourth definition, all right, for brutish, okay, in the which one were we doing? The American, yeah. So the Collins Dictionary, right, the American version, the 4th definition is uncivilized.
Uncivilized.
And the 5th definition is what? Bestial, like an animal. And we've already, bestial, we've already gone into that one. Right. So now we're going to get the Merriam-Webster dictionary definition for brutish. So get the Merriam-Webster one. Merriam-Webster. Should be down there, isn't it? Merriam-Webster. Yeah. So yeah, so I got it here, obviously lined up. I got animalistic, beastly. But you read it out and then we're going. So this is the Merriam-Webster. So all the dictionaries are showing you who these people are, man. You
Right,
know?
so British as like a brutish, bestial, pharaoh, brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got it here. Just read it all out.
Right, so
Go into it. Yeah, read it.
brutal applies to people that act or their word or suggest a lack of intelligence.
A lack of what?
A lack of intelligence.
Yeah, because they come across like they're smart, but really, if you apply the knowledge and the wisdom of Yahweh, you can see they're actually stupid.
That's right.
So the knowledge and wisdom of Yahweh makes them look foolish.
Nah.
You understand? I'm gonna give you an example. Like for instance, the cars. They say it makes you get to your destination quicker. But what does it do? It emits carbon dioxide, which causes cancer. And also they need to pave the earth, which stops the plants from breathing. And the plants give us oxygen. So the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of Yahweh makes them look stupid.
That's right.
It makes them look like base animals.
Nah.
Because everything they do is destructive, man.
That's right.
Because the Lord gave us horses to travel, but they said, nah, it's not fast enough. We want a car.
That's right. Yeah, right, so brutal applies to people that act or their words or suggest a lack of intelligence, feeling, or humanity. A senseless and brutal word, that's the example. Brutish stresses likeness to an animal.
Likeness to what?
To an animal.
To a what?
To an animal.
Did you see that? An animal, like we told you, Cain, Shaggy, Esau, hairy, all over like a hairy garment. Okay, that's an animal right there.
Nah.
And an animal is what? A beast of the field.
That's right.
So the mark of the beast is gonna come from Esau.
That's right.
Straightforward, man. It's not gonna come from no slanted eye gooks, man. Okay? Esau, yeah, he's gonna use them to push it, but
that's what he
ultimately
does.
he gonna be the one to bring that shit out. That's why the Most High got Elon Musk at the forefront of the technology, man. Because he's a wise man of teaming, and we're gonna break him down as well. Because he's in the scriptures, man.
Right, so brutish stresses likeness to an animal in low intelligence, in base appetite.
In what?
In base appetite, and in behavior based on instinct. Right, so
So Merriam-Webster definition of brutish, okay? Wait. You okay? Right, so Merriam-Webster definition of brutish, okay, is what? Animalistic, beastly, bestial, brute, feral, ferine, subhuman. Wait, did you mention the one that says swinish?
I've got that one. Now, obviously, there's two. So let me read that part, isn't it? You see,
Yeah.
synonyms or
Yeah,
whatever.
because I want to go into the one where it says swinish.
Right, so you got animalistic, you've got beastly, bestial, brutal, brutes, feral, ferine, I don't know what that means. Subhuman.
I think you can click it though. Ferine,
No, I can't because I just took it.
Oh,
like
right.
that. And then you got swinish.
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 So now we're going to break down swinish. You know, Robert's already got a clue on what's coming.
Get the preset.
Swinish. So when you call yourself British, you're actually referring to yourself as being swinish. Right, so swinish. We're going to get swinish. Right. So it says the definition of them being swinish can be tackled in various ways. It could pertain to being like a swine or a pig who cannot be satisfied and constantly wants more. So Shama Shawana, come and read Habakkuk 2 verse 5.
Nah.
Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 5, man. Read that. Wait, please. Habakkuk 2 verse 5. What? Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 5. Read that,
The
bro.
book of Habakkuk chapter 2 and verses 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man,
He's a what?
He's a proud man. Neither keepeth at home.
Neither what?
Neither keepeth at home.
Yeah, because he's in everybody else's land, bro. And where is his home? The caves, the rocks, the rocky
He
terrain.
runs away from his home.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Carry on.
Who enlargeth his desire as hell,
Who what?
Who enlarges his desire as hell.
and is as death, and cannot be satisfied.
And what?
And cannot be
Did
satisfied.
you hear that? Only a pig cannot be satisfied, man. The pig is the only animal that will keep eating if you don't stop him. He will literally eat himself to death. He has to be restrained. Because he's just gonna keep eating. He's just gonna keep munching, man.
That's true. No, that's facts.
If you don't stop a pig will just eat until it explodes.
Hence the society of obesity.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
Yeah, man.
But,
That's why they got us.
but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Well, there you go. That's what they do in every other person's land.
Everywhere
Right?
you see that.
There's a problem in Libya. What has that got to do with you?
Right.
Mind your own business, man.
There was no problem, bro. There's no problem. He was not happy.
Yeah, of course, man.
They just want to get the oil.
Right.
They want to get the oil. That's what they want.
After the spoils,
The spoils there.
Yeah. And then when they disturb them and these people start flocking to your country, then it becomes a problem.
They say, go back to your country.
Yeah.
If my country was peaceful, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
the
All
mediator
people
that
went-
nobody asked for
Exactly.
Yeah,
The
it
media
caused
said
the
that no
problem,
one.
yeah.
causes a problem, then reaps the benefits.
Yeah. And act like fools after don't know
Right.
why.
Don't know what happened.
Or how they got here.
In the name of Jesus.
He's the type of man that blames his staff. You know what I mean?
Right. So Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 5 as well. You know. Anyone can read that. Obadiah chapter 1. About the hour. Because basically it says Esau is like a pig, innit? It says swinish. So swinish means he's like a pig. Hey, this is definition for British, you know.
Imagine that.
There you go. So swinish is like a pig, and Obadiah explains how he's like a pig to a T. Because like I said, a pig will eat itself to death, man, if you don't stop it. That's why a lot of catchphrases pertaining to people that are gargantuars or people that eat too much. They say, oh, why are you eating like a pig? You know? There's the reason why they say that, because a pig gonna keep eating, man, until it explodes. You know? Yeah, so Obadiah chapter 1 verse 5, bring that out. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 5. We're gonna read that one, right? It says, or to the physical appearance. So basically there's two ways you can tackle this, alright? And we're basically going into the first way. Swinish pertaining to his appetite, insatiable, cannot be satisfied. So read Obadiah 1 and 5 and then we'll continue.
This is Obadiah chapter 1 verse 5.
Read that.
If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough?
There you go.
Continue. If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
Because there's enough to go around for everybody.
That's it, man.
You know, but Esau keeps drilling.
But what's he doing though? Hold on. He's pulling out all the trees. He's pulling out all this. He want to leave one grape, but not or one olive. But he wants to take the whole field out, so no one will eat ever again.
Drilling out all the oil out of the earth. You know?
And that's ungodly, because even the laws concerning tilling the ground, it says you shouldn't glean the fields.
Right.
You gotta leave some food for the.
There's even a 7-year rest.
You want to get that one where it says don't glean it. Thou shalt not glean. So basically Esau is gleaning the earth, man. He's going all out. Yeah, that's it on that one. He's a gleaner. He's a gleaner, man.
Leave what the
Leviticus
19 and 10, and it reads, and thou shalt not glean thy vineyard,
And thou shalt what?
and thou shalt not glean thy vineyard,
Thou shalt what?
and thou shalt not glean thy vineyard.
So notice it says if the grape gatherers came, and now the Most High is giving the law. So you see how Esau goes against the laws.
Right.
So it says thou shalt not glean thy vineyard. Read that.
And it says, neither shalt thou gather every grape of thy vineyard, thou shalt leave them for the poor and stranger.
There you
and
go.
I am Yahweh Bahashem Salak. I am Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, your power.
There you go. See that? So Esau's a gleaner, man. He's a gleaner. He gathers every single grape, man. Alright? So yeah, right. It says, okay, so that's the first way is his appetite. Or to the physical appearance of lacking the melanin factor, because pigs have no pigmentation. They got like a pinkish color about them. So lacking the melanin factor, hence the pinkish pig-like skin features. A clear demonstration, what the hell, man? A clear demonstration of being unclean and a waste on Yahweh's farm, because this is like a farm and Yahweh is the husbandman. That's why he's coming for the harvest.
And his bride.
Right, and Esau's the pig on this farm.
That's right.
That's why he's eating everything up. And no one can stop him, so he just keeps eating until the husbandman comes and restrains him. But he's going to get slaughtered.
That's right.
As pigs were created to gobble up all the waste on the farm, and there's a lot of waste in this place, man.
Right.
That's why that's why the Most High brought the waster to come and eat it all up. Right, so pigs were created to gobble up all the waste on farms. A plea from the demons in Mark 5 and 12 shows the vessels of an Edomite displaying such swine-like features is a prime habitation for unclean spirits. And failure to adhere to this will lead to your own demise in spirit and body, as there's legions. So get Mark chapter 5 verse 12. Oh, you go ahead. Alright, bring it out. Mark 5 and 12. So that shows you that Edomites are a prime habitation for demons, man.
This is Mark 5 and 12. We're going straight to the point. It says, and all the devils besought him, saying,
And all the what?
and all the devils besought him, saying, send us into the swine.
Send us what?
Send us into the swine.
Do what?
Send us into the swine.
So notice it says Esau is like a swinish nation of people. That's what brutish means. So we're breaking it down. The swine, they love to be inhabited by demons, man.
Right. That we may enter into them.
There you go. So the demons were begging Yahushua to let them go into the swine. Okay, that's why Yahushua called the scribes and the Pharisees that were Edomites, ye are of your father the devil.
Right.
Because they had demons on them. That's why they couldn't see the miracles. It just wasn't clicking. They always had something to say, something to scoff about.
That's very telling, isn't it?
You know? And it's happened to me before because we saw a chariot at my workplace and it flew over my head. And the Edomite said it's a balloon. He saw the chariot, bro, but he said it was a balloon. That's how they are, man. They just refuse to acknowledge the higher power. There you go. And that's the closest I've ever seen a chariot.
Right.
And it was shaped like a goat head.
Right.
It looked very like devilish, very evil. It's probably one of the evil angels, isn't it? It just flew over my head and it went towards the hospital, man.
And man said it was a balloon.
And he said it was a balloon. But you can see it's a bloody chariot. But you're telling me that it's a balloon. And then he comes back around and says, oh, do you think the aliens are coming? I'm telling you, that's Esau for you, man. That's Esau for you, man. He's a cunning individual. Very cunning, you know. So first you say it's a balloon, but then you come back around and you say, oh, do you think the aliens are coming? What do you want me to say? I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a nigga, innit? What are you asking me for? Figure it out.
Apparently radio is at the moment.
Yo, there you go. You're the one who pissed off the Yahweh, so you figure it out. You want to be the man so bad, so you figure it out. Don't come and ask me for no ideas, man. Figure it out.
He's the boss, isn't it? When Yahweh comes back, he's like, you're in control.
It's your thing. You go face Yahweh. Don't ask me. Don't ask me, boy.
That's your team.
You figure that shit out yourself.
You stay over there.
Right, so using contemporary examples, we could take Elon Musk as an Edomite from the tribe of Teman, okay? Because Elon goes back to the father-in-law to Esau, who happens to be a Canaanite. So get Genesis 26 verse 34. See, you can't make this up, man. Genesis, Shama Shawana, you got the Genesis chapter 26 verse 34. And yeah, you wanna get that in the blue letter. Go to Elon. Look up Elon. We're gonna break that down. Because apparently Elon Musk is the man of the moment now, isn't it? He's the guy. He's the Edomite guy now, isn't it? So we're gonna use him to break it down.
That's the savior.
Yeah, he's the savior of the world, isn't it?
Him and Kill Gates.
Yeah, Bill Gates. Yeah.
There's the book of Genesis, chapter 26 and verses 34. And Esau was 40 years old when he took to wife Judith, the daughter of Beri, the Hittite, and Bashemath, the daughter of Elon, the Hittite.
The daughter of who?
The daughter of Elon, the Hittite.
You see that? So Elon Muskie, Elon Musket gun, okay, is an Edomite.
That's right.
Right, so what does Elon mean in the Blue Letter Bible?
Elon in the blue letter, interlinear, outline biblical usage. It reads, what's that? How do you pronounce that? Terabint.
Yeah, just read mighty.
And it reads mighty.
Right. So Elon means mighty.
Right.
And what does it say about Teman? The mighty men of Teman.
That's right.
And Elon Musk is a Temanite, man. You can't make this up.
Don't make it up. Are you?
Right, so check this out. Right. So the Lashawana Kodasha for Elon is Ayalawana. 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 Okay, so Elon in Lashawana Kodasha. Also, the definition for Elon is mighty,
Right.
which brings us to Obadiah chapter 1, verses 9.
Bring that up.
Ibadi Yahweh, get Obadiah chapter 1 verses 9. Ibadi Yahweh. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 9, because notice it says Elon means mighty. Okay? Wise men of Teman, the mighty men of Teman, man.
This is Obadiah chapter 1 verse 9. And thy mighty men, O Teman.
And I what?
And thy mighty men, O Teman.
And I what?
And thy mighty men, O Teman.
And also Teman means what? South.
Yes,
And Elon Musk is where? From south.
Right. It's funny you said that, Cap. I just looked in it for the translation of terebinth, and that same word terebinth, it means a small southern European tree.
Woo! See that? Yo, that's mad, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's mad. So now we know who the Edomites are, man. Right. So Ayalawana is Elon. Okay. We're talking about Elon Musk here because he's the man of the moment. This shows beyond any reasonable doubt that Elon Musk is mob tied to the nation of Edom. As his name Elon, it goes back to Edom's in-law, and he's from south, because Teman means south, innit?
That's right.
And he's from South Africa, so
That's right.
which is the definition for Teman? Also described as being mighty. All these are clues left by Yahweh's Rawaka Kodasha for us to identify the major players in Edom. Also, the land of Canaan is defined as being lowlands. That's why they call it down south. You never hear people say up south, they always say down south.
Up north, down south.
Up north, down south.
Dirty south.
That's right.
Dirty south, you see that? So Esau's in the dirty. dirty. Right.
He's
He's going to be in there by himself, remember? Everyone's going to cut him.
And it says, and south is heading downwards on the map, as some may call it down south. A quick look at some of the sons of Esau will shed more light. Yeah, we're nearly done. Will shed more light on exposing who the Edomites are today. So now we're going to switch it up and we're going to look at some of the sons of Esau. So, Shama Shawana, get Genesis chapter 36 verse 18. Genesis 36 verse 18. And you wanna get that and look up Jalam. J-A-L-L-A-M. Jalam.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 36 and verses 18. And it came to pass, as her soul was in departing, for she died, that she called his name Ben-Oni, but his father called him Benjamin.
Oh wait, are you
Salah.
in Genesis 36 and 18?
Yeah, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 36 and verses 18. And these are the sons of Aholabama, Esau's wife.
Esau's what?
Esau's wife.
Esau's what?
Esau's wife.
Esau's wife. So we're talking about the Edomites here.
Duke Jewesh, Duke Jalam,
Duke who?
Duke Jalam,
Duke what?
Duke Jalam.
Did you hear that? They're even called dukes.
Dukes, right.
The dukes.
The Dukes.
There was even a game back in the day called Duke Nukem.
Right. You remember that game?
Yeah, Duke Nukem. And also, wasn't the king, this king that we have now?
Yeah, he was a Duke.
He was a Duke.
He was a Duke.
And his son is the Duke of Cambridgeshire.
Right. They're Dukes, man.
There you go. So yeah, so Yawana, bring out the definition for Jalam.
Jalam. Ya'ailam, as it's pronounced in the Lashawana. And it reads, outline biblical usage to conceal.
To what?
To conceal.
To what?
To conceal.
Alright. Right, so it says, this shows us.
Just show it there. Yeah.
Kana wakana. Right, so this shows us the secret nature of Esau, represented by this tribe. and also sheds light on the latter precepts, Obadiah chapter 1 verse 6 and Isaiah 29 and 15, because Obadiah 1 and 6 says, how are the secret things of Esau searched out?
That's
So it
right.
shows you they're secretive people, man.
That's right.
Okay? That's why they want to know what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
Because they think people are like them, innit? So they
Right.
want to see if you're like them.
Right.
That's why they want to watch you. Because when you're wicked, you want to know everything.
Right. You gotta watch your back.
There's even a meme that Eve has on Instagram when it says, when you're doing you, there's always an Edomite in the background watching. Like,
Of course.
yeah, bro. So true.
Right, so Shawana, get Isaiah 29 and 15. And Zakwana, you could get Jeremiah 49 and 10.
Bring that up.
What?
That's what I said.
Oh, yeah, so get Isaiah 29 and 15.
It's the book of Isaiah chapter 29 and verses 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord. And their works are in the dark.
And the what?
And their works are in the dark.
And their what?
And their works are in the dark.
Did you see that? Their works are in the dark. And it's funny because one of the sons of Esau is called Darkness. I can't remember, but we gonna find him out and put him in there. One of his sons is called Darkness, man.
I'll put that in the edit.
Come on, you can't make this up, man. Darkness. Their works are in the dark. Okay, read.
And their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us?
And they what? And they say, who seeth us? That's what Esau says.
Right.
Who's gonna stop me, man? Who's gonna stop me, baby?
And who knoweth us?
There you go. Yeah, that's it on that one. So Zakwana, you can read Jeremiah 49 and 10.
Come to the front,
Yes.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 10. But I have made Esau bare.
But I have what?
But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places.
I have what?
I have uncovered his secret places.
So that shows you they're secretive people. Why would you have to make something bare that's open? That means they're hidden. And he's uncovering.
That's right.
But like, that's what allowed them to operate on that level so far, you know. Because most people don't know that they're Edomite.
They don't know they're doing their stuff.
Oh,
They're
that's true.
changing
That's true.
names around, and you know.
Yeah.
And he shall not be able to hide himself.
And he shall what?
He shall not be able to hide himself.
Ooh, the whole gonna get exposed. We gonna see what's under that skirt, boy.
Yeah.
We gonna see,
He's
man.
for who she is.
Yeah. We gonna see what's under that skirt, man. You know, we're not gonna be guessing anymore.
But that's what's
It's gonna be
happening.
exposed. Yeah, is that it?
That's about it. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not.
He's gonna be destroyed, basically.
Right.
That's right.
There you go. Hey, so that shows you that they got a secretive nature. That's why his son is called what? To conceal. So the Most High is exposing who these people are, man. Right? Right. So another Duke to look at is Duke Alva. So get Genesis chapter 36 verse 40. Shawana. Genesis chapter 36 verse 40, man.
God, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 36 and verses 40. And these are the names of the dukes that came of Esau, according to their families, after their places, by their names: Duke Timnah, Duke Alva.
Duke what?
Duke Alva.
Duke what?
Duke Alva.
Yeah, we'll go into that now. So now we're gonna go into Duke Alva, okay? So Yawana gonna go into Duke Alva, alright? What does that mean?
Duke Alva means outline biblical usage, evil.
What?
It means evil.
It means what?
It means evil.
Wicked. Like they say wicked.
Damn! Evil!
And when they say wicked, Esau is really
Oh
no
my
wicked.
god. Hey, they're evil though. I've experienced it. They're evil.
Without a doubt.
They're
Without a
wicked,
doubt.
man.
Yeah, they're wicked.
They're wicked people, bro.
Evil.
Yeah, they're wicked, man. Hey, there you have it, man. Evil. And we're gonna prove it. Right, so its definition means evil, and in Maccabees, it specifically states how the evils in the world were multiplied when the Edomites came about. Yeah, man. One of the apostles of Yahweh Shai, you know? Yeah, you want us to say Shalom to the camera,
To the camera.
Say Shalom to the people. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Yeah,
the
man,
brothers
that's
Mitchell.
yeah, but what's his last one of the dash name?
Gabbar.
Gabara, warrior.
Warrior.
That's right.
I mean, Gabara, yeah. Yeah, man, he's an Israelite from the tribe of Gad, isn't it? Gadah.
That's right.
Now you're Gadah, you know. We found out you're Gadah. Gad.
You're gonna find out my dad's Jamaican.
No. You know the 12 tribes sign is just an idea, but a lot of the brothers were spiritually discerned. Like for instance, if you look at the tribe of Gad, it says they had the faces like faces of lions. You know a lion has furrows on his head.
Yeah.
You got the furrows, bro.
Many of us.
You got the furrows, man. So,
Yeah, that's right.
and also, the apostle of Yahweh Shai that had the furrows was Bartholomew. And Bartholomew is called the furrow-faced apostle. You see, so we're working with spiritual knowledge here. That's how we're able to tell who's who, innit? There's a reason why you're around the priest Yahazapallah, man.
But I told the brothers straight up and plain, yeah. Love the knowledge and wisdom. Trying to stop smoking. So, and a few times brothers been preaching the word and the gospel, and because I went out the night before, because I had a loss in my family, that's why I wasn't able to make it, but I'm here. But I'm not gonna lie, I still got a cigarette in my pocket and I'm slowly but surely gonna quit soon.
That's right.
I'm not gonna stand on the camera saying I'm perfect. I'm not.
That's right. There you go, man. Hey, Yahweh Shai loves sincere.
Right, that's it.
There you go. So I mean, he was with Yahweh Shai back in the day. So you know we can't send him away. That's one of the apostles,
That's
man.
right.
We don't know why Yahweh Shai has him like that.
Yahweh is terrible.
It's maybe just to see if we show mercy.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? So I don't know why, you know, Yahweh Shai had one of his disciples, you know,
Hey, listen, Yahweh Shai.
he does what he wants, isn't it?
Yahweh had Ezekiel walking around. There's a great bonfire coming.
Isaiah.
Isaiah's like, Isaiah walking around naked, you know what I'm saying? And now today, if you see a naked man walking around, you say, madman that. You get me? That?
There you go.
No?
Right, so let's finish off. Let's get back to it.
Yeah.
So Duke Alva, Genesis 36 and 40, the definition. So basically, in a Maccabee, it tell you how wicked the earth came when the Grecians took over, man. You understand? That's why Alva means what? Evil. So read that Maccabee, 3rd Maccabees 1 verse 10. Tell you that, man. When Alexander the Great came on the scene, everything just went wicked, man. You know? There was no order. Everyone was just doing what they wanted. You know, they brought that libertas spirit, liberty. That statue of liberty demon came about. You know, women started dressing promiscuously. You know, you had men sleeping with men. All kinds of madness was going on, man. First Maccabees 1 and 10. Yeah, First Maccabees 1 and 10.
This is First Maccabees 1 and verse 10, and it reads, "And there came out of them a wicked root."
Hey, what?
A wicked root.
Hey, what?
A wicked root.
That's Esau right there, boy.
Antiochus, surname Epiphanes, son.
Salakia, read verse 9 first.
Okay, give them some background.
Yeah.
Alright, this is verse 9. "And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So they did their sons after them many years. And evils were multiplied in the earth. And evils were multiplied in the earth."
There you go.
Right. And this is verse 10. "And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surname Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king."
There you go. That's it on that. So yeah, man. Hey, so that shows you. Hey, that's a correlation to the Duke Alva evil, man. So it shows you who they are today. The Greeks. That's why they tried to remove the Apocrypha from the scripture, because they didn't want us to know that the Grecians are the ones who brought all this evil that we're seeing in the world today. Right. So now we go and get Bella, aka Balai. Genesis chapter 36 verse 32. Shawana, get there. So Genesis chapter 36 verse 32, right? This son of Esau sums up the nation of Edom in a nutshell. His name being defined as destruction pertaineth unto the final destruction that the world is about to receive. As we know, Esau was the nation created to bear the final indignation of Yahweh, as predestinated since the world began. So read that, Genesis 36, 32.
It's the book of Genesis chapter 36 and verses 32. And Bela, the son of Beor, reigned in Edom, and the name of his city was Din-Habah.
There you go. So Bela was one of the kings, all right? He's an Edomite. So now you want to get the definition for Bela. Genesis 36, 32. Let's see what it says. This is pretty straightforward, man.
The Lashawana for Bela is Balai, and it reads destruction.
This what?
Destruction.
This what?
Destruction.
This what?
Destruction.
Yo, that's self-explanatory, man. That's self-explanatory. Destruction. The vessels are fit for destruction. Right, so Zapana, get Romans chapter 9 verse 22, and Shamashawana, get 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. So Zapana, get Romans 9:22, and Shamashawana, get 2nd Ezra 6 and 9, man.
Alright, this is Romans chapter 9 verse 22, and it reads, what if Yahweh, willing to show his wrath,
Right?
and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction.
Fitted to what?
Fitted to destruction.
And that's what Bela means. Destruction.
That's right.
Bro, come on, that's it right there, man.
Right
so,
there, right
so get that 2nd Ezra 6 and 9, bro. 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. Yeah,
The
man.
book of 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verses 9. For Esau is the end of the world.
For what?
For Esau is the end of the world.
For what?
For Esau is the end of the world.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
There you go.
Right.
So Chazakwala.
I'm gonna close out with that, man. It's very interesting to understand that, you know, when we first started, we're talking about Esau as being the devil. But now, through the spirit, I would say, that jump on the brother, we know now, even the families, just like in Israel, you know the different tribes, you go Benjamin, you go, Levi and Judah. Now we know the different tribes. So the tribe I'm going to bring is the tribe of Zeppo, and I want someone to go into the interlinear,
Zeppo is
which is Genesis 6 and 11, and I will read it, and then you can bring the definition. So Genesis 6 and 11 say, and the sons of Eliphaz were Teman, Omar, Zepho, and Gatam, and Kenaz, okay? Or Kenaz or something like that, right?
Kenaz.
So we're talking about Zeppo, right? And I was checking something right on a flyer, right? I'll show you that. And that goes into the Jehovah, wickedness, as we say, Jehovah witness, right? Yep. They have a book that they distribute in the run of churches called Watchtower. And when you go into the definition, it says bring out.
Yeah,
read it first.
Right, so this is the definition, yeah? Right.
That's how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Right. So this is the definition of Zeppo, right? Or Zephi, as it's called. And it equals watchtower.
See that? Watchtower.
It's right there.
And we got these Edomites having a religion watchtower, man. All right. So you see that tribe of Esau is actually the one that came about.
Right.
With the Greco-Roman Christianity, man. That's one. Second, you've got the espionage people. the CIA.
Right.
All right, the people that go to Africa and to all those countries, and through the mean of spy are able to infiltrate society and get and break down tribes and all of that, man. So Esau, the different tribe do different work.
Right.
So the Zebo tribe, what did they do? They came up with the fake Christianity, right? And I'm sure that guy that created
Mormons, all of that.
all of that, you will find out that the Zebo tribe, and then the people who are behind the CIA, they're from the Zebo tribe. So that's what Isaiah 33:6, when he speaks of wisdom and knowledge being the stability of that time. Not only we knew about Esau being the devil, but now we know the tribes, and we know each tribe has a particular assignment in society, man. All right, so get on this new wine, man. It's right there. You can't make it up.
And
all right.
Remember, people. The Most High always sends people to warn the people before the destruction.
That's right.
And also, I'd like to say quickly before we
and also
the spirit.
Silakia, not to cut you off, but the fact that Gabara turned up, because the tribe of Gad, if you go into the last one of Kodasha as Gada, it adds up to 7.
Wow.
See that? So that's like confirmation, because remember, we say first we get the 7, and then we get the what? The 8, the Zion, which is the sickle, and then the partitioning. Can you see how he just come in to make it an 8?
Triple it. So,
You see that? That's spiritual, man. You can't make this up, bro. And that's the breakdown that we did for the Ephraimite brother. We took our time, went into it, and he still didn't want to accept it. So it just shows you that Ephraim is just a knuckle-headed nigga, man. Because the Most High is showing you, they're drunken. Because what happens to Ephraim means fruit, bro, right? What happens when you leave a fruit lying there for long? It ferments. I'm saying,
I think you said it to me already.
yeah. You see, so
I'll put it in.
so the Ephraimites they're drunk. The Ephraimites are drunk already. That's why they can't take the new wine. Because the Ephraim is already drunk, innit? You know when you're drunk, yeah, you don't need any more wine. That's why Ephraim can't take the new wine, because Ephraim is a drunkard. He's drunk off his head, man. So he can't receive the new wine.
Yeah, it's all spiritual, man.
It's spiritual, man.
Drink too fast.
Right, so
And that's for the rest of the brothers that are following behind the Ephraimite. He's already drunk, so let him just sit there in his drunkenness, man. Because he's influencing the rest of the tribes, like Naphtali, Zebulon. They're being influenced by the drunkard of Ephraim.
Even some Levi and all this. Right, I was gonna say, right, the last video, a lot of people watched it, right? A lot of people watched it, right? And I was like, wow, like, so obviously the spirit that's on a brother, it's a real spirit, because you got a sister say, oh, happy to see you, prophet. I want you to come back. You know what it means? It means that the new one is verified. All right? That's the reason why every time they come out, there's this commotion and people want to know about. What does it mean? It means that the church of Yahweh Shai is the second leg as far as like the truth. Because you have the water one, you have the heart did this thing. The heart did the work, But now it's the church of Yahweh Shai to show you things. So forget about being enemy with us. Come and learn the thing, because that truth will allow you to now combat the enemy. Because look, we know the enemies, man. Esau is the enemies, and you know that. And as we're breaking down that new one concerning Esau, it allows you to have more ammunition for the fight. So it's right there. And if you're stubborn about it, you're gonna pay.
You're gonna get you.
It's that simple, man.
There you go. So what's that? You know the ones I sent you on the WhatsApp? That one. Bring that out and then we close out. Remember I sent you a WhatsApp message.
Yeah.
A breakdown, a quick breakdown. Or did we put it inside already?
I think you broke it down.
The 666.
You broke it down. You broke it down already. You broke it down, but let me read it.
Yeah, read it.
Right? So in addition, all right, to what I just said, all right, regarding the watchtower Edomites, we are the mark of the BEST. Also goes back to Esau at 666, right? Add up to 18, which is the Tazada character, a man lying on his side as pertaining to hunting or lying in wait. And in turn, we will hunt his ass down and hunting season. So he's hunting it right now, but the Most High will give us power, all right, to hunt them down.
And also, if you take the mark of the beast, what does it mean? He can track you.
Come on, right.
And if he can track you, what does it mean?
He goes into the also goes into the watchtower.
Can I say something?
Watchtower.
Watch
Hello?
it.
But
Ezekiel
now,
trial.
because obviously we all know about the MOT, the mark of the beast and the
Yeah.
vaccination stuff. Now, I had the spirit go on, like the other day, energy went on, and it showed me that how these people, because they know majority of us ain't gonna take the chip, they're trying to put it in the food. So when I saw that, that's why, you know, my spirit said, come back into here. What was that? What was here?
Yeah, but it says what? No weapon that is formed against us shall prosper. It's here. You can't worry about that. The Most High is good age.
No, but the Most High is telling the people not to take it and they're putting it in the food.
Yeah, but if you don't know when you eat it, the Most High can have it come out. Because if you ingest it, the Most High is powerful, man.
Yeah, but the reality of it is, it says in the scripture, everyone shall feel the wrath who takes it.
Yeah, but
that's
it means your take. It says who takes it, but you didn't know it was in there.
Unwillingly.
They can't trick you to do it. You're gonna if you willingly accept the mark, you're gonna be destroyed.
Right.
You understand? The Most High deals with logic as well, you know. He's just like us.
He's behind it all. I know.
Yeah. So should we close out?
Yeah.
All right. With that, we're gonna face the east, and all the brothers repeat after me. We're gonna say Kala halala, Yahawaha, Bahashama, Yahweh Shai, Wa, Rawaka, Badasha, Emmanuel Allah. From Yeshua.
What up?